Jimmy's Jam Box. Keep jamming. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of Jimmy's Jam Box. We're here and we're back at it again, and we're going to get on into it. But before we do, as always, please make sure to like, subscribe, push all the buttons, do all the things. You know, I don't know where they are, but you do, and I trust you. Now let's go ahead and get on into it. Here is today's guest.
What's good? I'm Skinny SC. I make music, I produce, I rap, and I'm here with Jimmy today.
Hell yeah. Hello.
We're gonna get into me, I guess.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us. Why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about, like just where you're from, what you do, kind of just get into it. Give us that like Tinder profile of your involvement with music.
Well, yeah, I make music. I rap music mostly. I like to say I'm a Portland rapper, but I live in Newburgh. I grew up in Sherwood with this guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I started making music like early high school, probably, so like 5 years ago, maybe.
Okay, cool.
But not like, I wasn't really going for it.
Yeah.
And then slowly I started loving it more and more, and now I'm, really trying to do something.
Hell yeah.
I don't know what that is exactly, but
I feel that. Do you play any instruments?
I've dabbled in guitar, but no.
Fair.
I'm no good, really.
You don't have any of your own?
No.
Okay. What about like, do you do any like at-home production or like writing in that way, like in beats and such?
Yeah, I'm a big FL guy. FL
okay.
Studio,
All right. Well, this interview's over. No, I'm kidding.
Are you a FL hater?
No. Shout out Max, my keyboard player. He's used it for a long time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I started making beats in there. Really just going on Reddit and looking for free drum kits, free sounds, free loop kits, anything I could find, and just trying things out, really.
Okay. Do you use a MIDI controller at all?
No, I don't.
Really?
I should.
Really?
Well, I make my own melodies and stuff sometimes, but I use a lot of loops from other producers and collab with them.
Okay.
Because every time I try to make my own loops, it's like I can make them, but it takes so long, and they're never like how I want them to sound.
Yeah.
So one of these days, I just gotta really practice and try and get better at it.
I gotcha. And what got you into music initially in high school?
What did? I think it was just listening to more and more music.
Okay.
Particularly Lil Skies.
Okay.
He's been my favorite forever.
Hey, that name sounds familiar.
Right. I think we're gonna have a lot of similarities in our interviews.
For those of you that can't see him because he's definitely not on camera, Young Two Flights is in the building with us.
I'm friends.
Yeah.
Was good.
There he is. All right. Hell yeah. Well, I could dig that. Now, this next question is one we ask early. We ask it often, and it's definitely a crowd favorite. What was the first album you ever bought with your own money?
Brad Paisley. I don't know what it was called. It was a Brad Paisley album.
Okay.
I think it was at like Walmart. I just saw it.
And you're just like, that's mine?
I was like an elementary guy. And
all right.
I just figured, hey.
You got into it early. All right.
Yeah.
I mean,
but I never really listened to it, to be honest.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. It's definitely not the only CD in your car right now on repeat.
You
only have 3 copies of it because you were at the last 2. No, I'm kidding.
I'm not like going to Brad Paisley shows or anything.
That's fair. But hey, that's an honest answer, and it's a good answer.
Yeah.
It's cool when people are like, yeah, I was super young, but I wanted this. And you're like, all right. Yep.
Yeah. It's unexpected, but.
True. I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have guessed. I would have gone, I'm trying to think of any other country. Garth Brooks. There we go.
Yeah.
Little late now. But you get it.
Yeah.
All right. Now go ahead and tell us about the first show you ever went to that you wanted to go to.
Well, I don't go to a lot of shows, so it's only been a couple. But this one was also like quite a ways back in the day. It was probably like middle school. Andy Mineo. I don't know if you've heard of him.
The name sounds super familiar.
He's like a Christian rapper, and he's like one of the top guys. There's like a few top guys in the Christian rap scene.
I feel like somebody else mentioned that artist on a different episode, and I think that's why it sounds familiar.
Maybe so.
Somebody go back to all the previous video episodes and find out for me and put it in the comments.
Quick skim.
Yeah.
It shouldn't take too long.
Yeah, I mean, it's only 59 episodes as of today, so it's
easy
fine. Yeah, just a brief jog.
But yeah, I was really into like the Christian rap scene. And there's Lecrae. He wasn't at the show. I was hoping he was, but yeah, I went with a couple friends. My mom drove us.
Okay.
And yeah, it was cool.
Okay. Hell yeah. Now let's go ahead and dive into you as the artist.
Okay.
And we're gonna get the easy one out of the way. How did you pick your name?
Well, I'm a slender guy.
This is facts.
So it kind of came naturally. And then SC is like Caden SC was my Gmail forever because it's just my initials. So I just threw it on there.
Oh, okay.
And it stuck.
Oh, well, hey, if it works, it works.
Skinny SC.
And tell us about your writing process. And more specifically, tell us about like when you get in the mood.
Yeah.
What are the first few things that you do? Because like, every process is different every single time. But what are the few like things that you do each time you start a track? And then after that, tell us what decides a track is done.
Okay. So when I'm first getting to the mood to record, it's usually like I won't just get in the studio because just to do it, like I have to be feeling it,
Yeah.
So I'll get in, and there's usually like a certain sound or artist that I'm inspired by that I feel like I want to like tap in and experiment with their type of style and their type of beats. So I like search over the internet, look for something, and then it usually just I'll download the beat, and then I start just mumbling random melodies, like saying nonsense really. And then once I come up with something, then I start to put the words in. And I like to punch in because I'm really particular about like my delivery. Like I'll record something and just hate the way it sounds. So
Would
I'll
you
do
say
it over
you're
and over.
particular about your cadence?
That's good. That's good.
That one's for you.
That's good. I am particular about my cadence. So I punch in and just punch, undo, punch, undo, undo until I hear something that I like.
Okay.
And then I just keep moving it along. And usually it's as simple as that. I try not to overthink it too much. I kind of just let it like spill out.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to think of what signifies that it's done. So I'll do like the ad lib track, go over it. And then I think arrangement is really where I got to make the last touches, like intros, outros, special things, anything that just like I feel would make it cooler. But usually it's simple enough. I just kind of fill the song.
Okay. Yeah, I dig that.
Yeah.
Now, out of your entire discography, what song would you say represents you best as an artist right now? And you have to pick a song that's already out.
That's tough because like a majority of my music is unreleased right now because I have the album coming out. So what I have out, maybe this is tough. I'm not gonna lie, I'm forgetting the name of the song right now. But it's on SoundCloud. It's like probably 10 months old.
You can pull out your phone if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Well, while you're doing that, just because I was perusing your music earlier.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. My two favorite tracks of yours are definitely your newest one and the one with 2 flights. And I'm not just saying that.
Right.
I'm not just saying that because he's in the room. Like that was already on the list.
I do like Enemies is the one with 2 flights. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, no, there's just there like your newest one in particular, I thought it felt like really tight. Like I went and listened to some of your other ones. It's not that they felt like loose and gimmicky, but like I could tell you were like looking for something in all of them. And your newest track that came out, like it nails it. It just like you were sitting right in that pocket the whole time.
I appreciate it. The only reason I wouldn't say that one like represents me the best is because the dude that's featured on it, Surf, I bought the open from him. So it was kind of like I had to put something on there,
Fair.
I had less creative control, yeah. I do like it though. The song that I was thinking of, it's such a tough choice. I'm gonna go with Doing It Wrong. It's just on SoundCloud right now.
Okay.
It's got a Drake sample. I like flipped it, reversed it, did some nonsense.
Allegedly.
Yeah. And then, I like the lyrics to it. It's got a mix of like I like auto-tune. I'm an auto-tune guy, so there's some melodic parts in the chorus, and then the verse is kind of more like rappy, but not in like a spit and bars type of way. It's just like more like energy. It's more aggressive. I think it's cool, and I like it because like it's self-produced.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I dig that. Now tell us about like either your most favorite, or if you have too many favorites, the most like wildest show you've ever performed at. And if you have an answer for both, like like a favorite and a wildest, you can tell both.
Well, I'm not gonna have both because I've never actually performed.
Really?
Well, I've gotten on stage with him.
I was gonna say like
once,
really,
maybe twice. I get nervous, you know. But like he'll just like have a song that we have together and he'll perform it, and then he'll just pull me on stage, and then I'll just do it, you know.
Yeah.
Because at that point I'm not gonna I can't turn it down.
That still counts.
Yeah,
that still counts as something.
So the one that I'm remembering is the Heartbreakers Ball that he put on. And yeah, it was cool. I really liked the artists that performed. They all went crazy, and the ambiance of the place was sick. And yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Well, we'll have to get you to perform on something here soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been trying, but I have to at some point.
All right, now let's go ahead and dive into some hypothetical questions.
Okay.
And these ones are a lot of fun. If you could work with any one artist who's currently alive, and if it's a group, you have to pick an individual person from said group, who would you pick?
I bet you could guess.
I have a very good guess, but I'll just go ahead and let you say it.
Let me think. Probably Little Skies, maybe.
Yep, there it is. Yep, I had a feeling.
Yeah.
I had a feeling.
Yeah.
What do you enjoy about Little Sky in particular?
It's hard to like put into words, you know. It's kind of just the whole overall vibe, and I think it's because he's like a lot of my younger memories are closely linked to his music and like my love for music growing, you know. So I think it's a lot of it's nostalgia.
Okay.
But also just I don't know, the vibe of his music. I feel like it's different, or at least it was like when he was going crazy and when I was a huge fan.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, subsequently, who's a local artist that you're like aware of, but you haven't had an opportunity to connect with yet, but you would like to? So like, you know, they're there, they know they're there, but you just haven't, like, you know, life is busy, and there's always somebody we haven't talked to yet.
There's a lot of cool artists, but recently I've been talking to more people, so like AZ Gutter came to mind.
Okay.
I like his stuff a lot, but we've been
shout out AZ
we've
Gutter.
been working. I've been sending him beats and stuff. And then I like Wavy Davy a lot.
Okay.
He's got like the underground like rage sound. I haven't, you know, reached out to him, but we've talked at a show.
Okay.
So like I don't know if that fits the parameters perfectly, but
we'll go ahead and go with that. I mean, it's hard not to talk to Davey. You know what I mean? Like, he talks to everybody. That man is impressive when it comes to like, somehow he will move and speak with every single person and do it like he's just kind of like slowly meandering around. Yeah. But at the end of the night, everybody's like, did you talk to him? Yeah, I talked to him. Did you? Yeah.
Yeah, like not one person didn't talk to him.
No, exactly. He definitely knows how to work the room.
Yeah, he seemed cool.
Yeah. All right, now for this next one, just have a lot of fun with it. This is a very like big scale question. If you could perform anywhere in the world and you wouldn't have to worry about like crowd access, power, building stability, like anywhere on the planet to perform, where would you pick? And since technically this will now be your first show,
right,
you got to make it extra special.
That's true. Okay, this is a little bit out there, maybe a little bit unrealistic.
I mean, the concept itself lives on the borders of realism. So So go for it.
I'm envisioning like Antarctica.
Okay.
I'm on like an iceberg type thing, just this massive white stage. There's a crowd of people. You know, the snow's falling on me. I think that would be sick.
Okay, I could dig that.
Yeah.
Would the stage be carved out of ice? Or would it be like a stage?
I don't know. I think it would probably...
I guess it would have to be a hybrid, because like where you're standing couldn't initially...
Right,
I guess unless you did like
sliding.
snowshoes. That'd be a vibe.
I don't know.
That'd be a vibe.
I wouldn't be mobile though.
I mean, you could be mobile in snowshoes.
I could try.
You like wouldn't be doing any backflips, maybe. Maybe.
Well,
I
might
don't
need
know
to
if
do
anybody could do a
backflip,
backflip in snowshoes. If anybody can do that, put that in the comments. I will have you on the next episode. I don't even care if you do
a
music or
backflip right
not.
here.
Yeah, like bring the snowshoes, we'll make it happen. But I think that's a solid place. Fun fact: in Antarctica, there is a bar. Supposedly, somebody told me this. I never checked it out, but there's a bar in Antarctica for like all of the like the people, like the scientists and the geologists and like people. Then they're studying things that like companies will send their alcohol to, like just like all the places, and it's all free.
What?
Because you have to fucking get there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, right.
it's not like you're just going across the river to this place with the magical free alcohol.
You're
You
not
have
gonna
to
have college kids like running around.
Yeah,
just
you have to
getting
go to
free beer.
Antarctica.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like, you deserve it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is this like some like hidden mysterious place?
No, I think
Is it, like, under wraps?
It's got to be somewhat accessible because you know,
Yeah.
like it's just not exactly easy to get to in the middle of a frozen tundra of darkness.
Like we may not be visiting there anytime soon.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I am 100% certain I will probably never go there in my lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I could say at least 90% of my friends won't go there in their lifetime. No, not that any of my friends who think I might be talking about them. I'm not talking about you. I promise. There's math in there that they'll have to figure out.
Math?
Don't worry about it. All right.
I won't.
And we've got one more hypothetical question. This one's a lot of fun.
Okay.
If you had to pick a completely different genre than any music you've ever performed ever. So if you've like done a mixed genre song or anything like that, off the table.
Oh, wow,
yep,
wow.
Yep, that's the one that gets everybody every time. And you would be equally as proficient as you are in your current genre. So it'd just be a 1-over-1. What would you pick?
Okay, well, I've never released any like indie music. I have recorded it though.
You know what? We're not going to let it count.
Okay, okay.
Because you've already
Fair.
done. You did do it.
I
The
did
world
do
just
it.
hasn't heard what you've done with
Right,
it yet.
right.
But you know, in your heart of hearts, you already did it.
That's yeah.
Unless you want to edit it out, and you could say that, and I'll be like, you should do it, and you're gonna be like, I agree, Jimmy.
No, let's keep
and then
it
go put
authentic.
that out. There
Let's
we
go
go.
authentic. I'm gonna keep it real with the fans. I guess it would have to be like alternative rock, maybe.
Okay.
I don't listen to a lot of it. I'm mainly a rap guy, but I do dabble.
Okay.
I think I could go crazy.
Would you do vocals, or would you pick up the guitar for that one?
No, I'd be a vocalist. Well, I'd
Okay.
try.
Okay.
And then, that might not work out. I might play bass or something. I don't know.
What's wrong with the bass? No, I'm kidding. I'm
bass is
a
cool.
bass player. I just that's
Oh,
just
are you
fun.
really?
That's just fun for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I love the bass.
No, totally. Well, yeah. I mean, that's a great answer. All right, now we've officially reached the end. We're going to start
Wow.
wrapping this up. I know it always goes faster than
Yeah,
you
it
think it
felt quick.
does. But go ahead and tell us about what you have coming up next, like say mid-September onwards.
Mid-September onwards, late September maybe.
Yeah.
I have an album coming out.
Oh, okay.
It's called Dog Days. I've been working on it forever. He keeps asking me about it because I keep saying, no, it's coming soon. And then soon just keeps moving.
Big things coming, you guys.
Right.
At least a year and a half since you said that.
You know what? Sometimes perfection takes time.
The thing is, though, like a year and a half, I was thinking like, oh, I'm going to make a tape. And then so I started making songs for it, and I sat on them for way too long to the point where I hate those songs now.
Fair.
So then it's like, okay, we got to restart. And then it wasn't a process of like, okay, I'm going to make this album. I have a plan for it or anything. I just started building up songs that I like,
Yeah.
and then slowly thinking about like where they would go in the track list. And now it's a finished album, 17 tracks.
Damn.
Yeah. Cause I've just been sagging them up forever.
Fair. Are they all like varying lengths, or are they mainly in the like 2 to 3-ish minute? Like, do you have one that's like a minute and a half, one that's like 5.5 minutes, like one that's 12 minutes, one that's 30 seconds? Like, what? Tell us, like, what do you got as far as like that window goes?
There's no like 5.5s, but I think the longest one is probably around 4 minutes.
Okay.
And then the shortest one is there's a few short ones that are like 1:30.
Okay.
I like making short songs.
Are there any like skits or concepts through it?
No skits, but there is an intro.
Okay.
That's like, it was an interlude initially. And this was made a year and a half ago, longer. I think it was longer than that, but so it's like a guitar, like a melancholy guitar, and then just clips and samples from different like stuff like this, or like vlogs that we used to make of just us talking, and I kind of like intertwine them and have it flow. It's like a couple minutes long, so it's kind of just like, it like encapsulates the origin of like this dream that like I'm chasing with my friends, you know.
Hell
and it's
yeah.
clips of us like talking about where we want to go.
Hell yeah.
And then this album is like, you know, the start of it, because it's the dog days right now, you know what I mean?
I dig that. I dig that. And you said it's coming out around the end of September?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now it's on camera.
Yes, sir.
So now it has to come out towards the end of September.
It's coming out soon, you guys.
Yeah,
Trust me.
Yeah, but big things coming, you guys.
Right.
He doesn't want to talk about them because, you know, he's not one of those. But
Yeah.
Big things coming.
They're too big to talk about.
Too big. Grandiose even.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. And now for this next one, go ahead and look at the camera and tell everybody how they can find you, the ats and things like that.
You can find me at Skinny80 on Instagram, everywhere, really. Yeah, follow me.
Hell yeah. And then any other plugs, any other shout outs, anybody else you want to put on while you're on here?
Well, my boy Two Flights.
Yeah,
Get in here again real quick.
Shout out 2 Flights.
Yep. I don't know if the camera can see.
I don't even know if the camera can see you
They can
either,
see
but
you.
we trust. We trust.
Jimmy, we love Jimmy.
Ah.
We do. My boy Lil Chains, my boy Dax. Just high demand, you know. Yeah, just the boys. So
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Hell yeah. All right. Now we've got one last
one more.
question.
Okay.
But before we do, I'm going to steal the camera for just a second. As always, y'all, please make sure to like, subscribe, push all the buttons, do all the things. You know, I don't know where they are, but you do, and I trust you. And now for the final question. What is your guilty pleasure song?
I got to look at my phone.
All right, go for it.
But I do have one. At least one.
At least.
It's just going to be a bit of scrolling here.
Anybody who says they don't have one probably didn't understand the question right.
Yeah. I do have one in mind. I need to figure out what it's called, though,
Fair.
and locate it.
I feel like this question isn't a surprise anymore, so I'm probably gonna start having people queue it up beforehand.
Yeah.
Before
that's
I
a good
could,
idea.
before I couldn't ask it ahead of time because
It was
always the like, oh goodness,
Oh, what? Yeah, they're put on the
Whoa.
spot.
Yeah, but now it's kind of an op. Now everybody knows it's coming.
Yeah. You got to come up with a new surprise one.
I definitely have a few like new questions I want to throw in soon. I just really want to like bake these ones in and figure out which ones to get rid of first. But it's coming. Also, a lot of people are starting to come back now. So I've got to have second round questions. I learned that
that's
from
true.
a particular somebody. Two Flights has been
yeah,
one of the few repeat guests so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. In that upper echelon. That's a $10 word right there. Echelon.
Third time, if you want to count this.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
You're not technically. Yeah.
I can't root for my boy, you know.
True.
All right. It wasn't me.
By.
D.I. Real Shaggy. It
Gotcha.
wasn't me.
Yep, there we go. There we go. Okay. I was like,
Yeah.
man, as soon as you said it, I was like, I know I should know this. Yep.
It always like, it's a good song. It's not like it's a bad song. I'm not embarrassed because it's bad. But it always just feels like a touch corny.
Yeah.
Like I'll put it on in the car and kind of be like,
It's kind
"Ugh."
of like Who Let the Dogs Out.
Right. Yeah.
Like-
I'm not listening to that. Though.
No.
That's a
No.
touch too far. I think.
You know, that song is actually about, allegedly, if you believe everything you see on the internet, that song is actually supposed to be like bashing dudes. Like the dudes are the dogs. Like, you dirty dogs.
Okay.
Yeah. So like if you go and read the lyrics, apparently I haven't done any homework on this, but apparently if you go and read the lyrics, it's supposed to be trashing on the dudes who are like being
Oh.
dogs.
So it's like a commentary on like misogyny type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Surprise.
Honestly, though, I never like really listened to the lyrics. I honestly just assumed it was dogs.
Yeah. Like, I genuinely took it at surface level. I was like, who's letting all these dogs outside? Like, are they going to round them up when they're done? You have to
Yeah.
call Humane Society? Like, what's happening here? But yeah, no, that's your choice is much better than Who Let the Dogs Out.
I think so. Yeah.
It is a banger. It was kind of a generational song.
Yeah. Before my generation.
Yeah.
So I just heard it in a commercial one day, and I was like, I like that.
See, it even stands through time though.
Yeah,
It could
it
show
does.
up in tiny instances on commercials and
it'll
still be
catch me.
sought after. You were
Yeah.
like, that's definitely not a commercial jingle.
Right.
This is a real song. What song is this?
Yeah.
And then you found Shaggy. So there we go.
Yep.
Hell yeah. All right. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Hell yeah.
It was cool.
We're going to go ahead and get up on out of here, y'all. This has been another exciting episode of Jimmy's Jam Box. I'm Jimmy,
I'm Skinny SC.
and we're signing off. Later, y'all.
Peace.
That's a wrap.
This is not a podcast. This is a show.
Keep jamming.